At the end of it, it was Bella Kenworthy getting the edge just by about 1 point. So expect more of that to come from these two rookies here in the 2025 season. M.Picklum fighting for a world title, going up against a wild card in Kirra Pinkerton. Kirra just up quick, the wave kind of running away from her, slightly off kilter when she stood up. Kirra Pinkerton on the inside, looking for this one to be a runner. She's up, trying to get around that section, showing some early frustration in this heat. Plenty of time left to go, as we see now. M.Picklum, big carb to start. Another slash there. Anytime you can spray the surfer you're up against is a good feeling. It's Picklum now. This is the textbook trademark frontside carve. Such a great style. I mean, just a really nice mix of poise, potential finals day finish. That's just how this season has been going for Molly. Let's take a look at this first wave for M.Picklum.
I mean, look how much rail she engages and uses that inside fin to help her out as well. The only downfall of this wave that I could see is just a bit repetitive. She had to go through the carve pretty much the first 5 turns, and then she was able to get a little bit more vertical here and finish it off with a nice snap down the line. But beautiful surfing, this opening turn, opening her arms, getting that drive. Very tight on that second one. Just solid surfing, and that's the problem. Look how much rail she's gonna engage. Like, that bottom of the board was all digged in a good way once again, but cutting that one a little bit shorter.
You ever spray somebody in a heat?
Yeah, it happens every once in a while.
Have to do it if given the chance.
They should get out of the way. And then a third one. This wave balls up right there. That was solid surfing from her. Great way to allow yourself to have any mistakes on a heat with her.
All right, let's see if Kirra Pinkerton can get things back in order. That's how you want to start. Comes around this section. Big kind of under the lip snap there. A lot of power. Pinkerton surfing. Wave just kind of lets her down a little bit. An abrupt finish for Kirra Pinkerton. But that's how you want to kind of rebrand your heat. 0.5, 0.73, 0.43, 3 no-goes from the jump. 27:38 to go. Yeah,
that's good surfing for her. Starts off nicely, but I feel like she's still a little tentative still, a little timid. You can see that she's moving her board a lot on the bottom. That shows that she's trying, like, maybe ahead of herself a little bit more. I felt like that wave had that more left on the bone, mostly for that second section. First and second were pretty steep, even more steep than Molly's, but as you see it right there, she doesn't give herself enough room from the bottom turn to the face of the wave, so she gets tight but gets very close to the board, wasn't able to open up, and right here she's able to. But the wave's up already a bit flatter, and then she finishes off with a nice off the lip. This is going to get her back in the heat, but she needs to be a little bit more sure-footed. Like you could see in Molly, there's no downtime. Every time is straight to game.
To me, really, you presented some of your best surfing we've seen all year. You are surfing through a torn ACL, though, I believe, a big brace on your right knee.
Yeah, I'm surfing through a torn ACL. I'm like clear to surf at 100%, but I still need the big knee brace to like even surf. So yeah, I'm just happy to like be back competing in the water. It was a really fun heat, and we got a lot of opportunities, so that was a lot of fun.
Your shaper, Britt Merrick, was just pacing back and forth. He seemed nervous as heck. Like having that kind of support system, but also putting him through that kind of nervousness, especially your father too.
And this happened right before Molly took off during that interview.
Man, what a present, what a gift for Kirra. Right here, kind of mistimed that one, but she started to unleash it. You can see the difference on that wave for the previous waves that she had, the certainty of what turn she was going to choose it. You can see she's pushing more. Finish it off strong as well. Good opportunity for her, and she took it. Right here is the only kind of flaw on that wave. That first turn was a bit tentative. Didn't know if she could have pushed it or gone down the line more, but then she unloaded.
Before becoming, you know, world famous championship tour surfer, formerly part of the Pink Helmet Posse with Sierra Kerr, Sky Brown, and a list of others. She chose surfing as her mainstay. And we're thankful for that because she absolutely ripped that last heat. You see now M.Picklum answering back. We saw Kirra Pinkerton on a previous wave. M.Picklum goes down right there.
This one here, it starts to taper off. This first turn is beautiful, but the wave's a little flatter, you can tell, and then she kind of has to go down the line, gets the lip line floater, or just more of a snap, and the wave kind of just dies out. And you can see the texture on the ocean right now.
Back at it. M.Picklum is a all gas, no brakes type of surfer. Love to see it as she wraps it around this section. Releases the fins. And that's what happens sometimes when you know, roll the dice. She's got plenty of time left, 18 and a half to go, so why not throw it all?
Damage. This is the 517. This is a difference that Molly's having on this heat. She's a little bit more front-footed, so she's able to drive through the turns better and accelerate speed. And
maybe just leaving a slight opening in the door for Kirra Pinkerton.
Yeah, that was an important moment for her to finish it off. Obviously, had a fall in the previous wave, and that wave she was looking good to get a very solid score if she would have finished that. Just leaving the door open for Kirra right now. She looks like she has a wave in front of her.
Nice reaction. Late takeoff into a couple of solid slices. Here's the foamy section. No worries there. Again, just can't say enough how cool Kirra Pinkerton's style is. You know, knock knees, arms, kind of elbows pinned to her waist. Just good, clean surfing there. So her high mark so far, a 5.33.
And I think it wasn't the time to pull the trigger. Like, Molly wasn't even out the back. You can see that wave's dying out. She surfs it very good. She's gaining momentum, but it was the time to kind of set anchor and wait for a big set, because Molly already has a 7.17. That's a big wave of substance. So I think it's trouble, and if there's a set now, you know, Molly's gonna have the right away. That was a nice turn there for her.
Like that flash at the end of that second turn as well.
Beds that very well throughout the lump and finish it off strong, but I personally think the other wave had
that you're potentially feeling in the lineup. You know, we've got Molly, who's now a veteran, Kirra, a wild card. You feel like Molly's kind of starting to try to bully Pinkerton on some of these waves. Well, Strider is watching and soaking it all in, as are we. Starting to see M.Picklum loosen up a little bit, and when a surfer of her caliber starts to feel that freedom, big things follow.
No doubt, and I think she's probably looking back and noticing that the type of surfing that she's providing to the judges right now is getting very rewarded. She felt in her last wave, still got a 5.17 with basically that one big carve in the second turn. So
obviously her view a lot different than what we're seeing, and it looks like, yep, she is going to fire it up. Here we go. Kirra Pinkerton looking for a 6.58. Quick vertical snap there, trying to just fight around this section. The wave runs off. Those are rare kind of Punta Rocas wave that started super fast and quickly went slow.
More criticalness on, because that wave was a bit smaller. She still got rewarded well. Looks like she's gonna have a chance here.
Late on the takeoff, puts her a little bit behind this section, so you can see some emotions there.
Yeah, and I also think that's just showing respect for her opponent, knowing that they're capable of, you know, pulling it off.
There you go. M.Picklum, convincing victory there, 7.17 and a 5.40. Coming up next, Marisa Hennessy, Mahini Fierro. This is the Surf City El Salvador Pro. We'll be right back.